Hello everybody, welcome back to my Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous Azata playthrough. Now at the end of the last episode we were not in this tavern, we were outside Vellexia's manor. Basically what happened is I played for about an hour and a half, did a bunch of stuff and then realised I had forgot to press the record button. So what I've done is I've reloaded back to that save where I started, but with the benefit of knowing what's coming I'm changing around the order in which I did things. So I went back to camp, rested, have applied all our buffs just so you didn't have to watch that. And then now we're at the tavern so we can follow the Art of Making Friends quest line. We'll go and we'll do the a reception at Velexia's manor a different point in the episode. So yeah, we're looking for Zephorian in the lower city on behalf of Shamira because she wants to know where the Nahyndrian crystals are. I've also messed around with some stuff to try and get the performance to be a bit better, and at the moment it seems to be working. I was at the point where I couldn't even scroll through the character reel without it lagging a bit. And I've also messed around with some audio settings, so hopefully things will be a bit clearer through the mic and there'll be less spikes and things like that. Anyway, let's get going. The one-eyed demon greets you without enthusiasm. Yeah, we recess this every time. I'm looking for Zephorian. Do you know where he is? Maybe I do, maybe I don't. It's not my place to gossip with customers. I'm an innkeeper, not a spy, so buy yourself something to drink and stop wasting my time. I've got a special liquor you should try. A true rarity. 100,000 gold. Yeah, no deal. I'm going to do everything the same as I did it in the previous, when I played through without recording, but I'm not going to... I'm just going to do the order a bit differently. The demon shrugs. Fair point. What kind of idiot would pay 100,000 gold for some dubious swill? Well, perhaps the same kind willing to pay for information about the long-dead whoreson who once ruled this city. I'm leaving. Then piss off, stranger. Charming. Okay. So to find Zephorian, I think you can pay 100,000 gold and he'll just tell you where to find him, but that's way too much money. So instead you have to go and talk to a few of the random beggars. The beggar raises his eyes at you, his gaze clouded by dull anger. What you want? Who are you? A beggar screwed over by fate. Can't you see that for yourself? Tell me what you need or piss off. How can I find Zephorian? Eh? Who? Who's that? Never heard of anyone by that name. And if anyone has heard of him, they won't be telling you anyway. You might find a beggar in the lower city who would be willing to chat with you. But before you find him, you'll have worn through you those nice boots of yours. That's a good pair of boots. It'd be a shame if you ruined them. How about you just give them to me instead? Heh. Maybe a small donation would jog your memory? No what? Better be on your way now. I don't need no money and no shady deals with you. I don't want to know who you're looking for. I'm leaving. Yeah, get lost. Look for this for that freak you're looking for somewhere else. If you want him that bad, ask around. Maybe someone saw him, but leave me alone. Can't beg with you hanging around. Very well. Right, so I think it's the same beggars every time. I don't know if you have to just click on a bunch of beggars and eventually you get told, or if it's the same specific beggars that will give you information, but I'm going to go straight to the ones that I know give you information just because that worked last time. Oh, actually, there's going to be a fight here, so I didn't do necessarily all the buffs just because some of them are a bit shorter lasting. So yeah, give everyone good hope. Nest, it's always useful.
Where else would I be?
Woljif, throw around some shields. Just do it on the melee fighters, or prioritize it on the melee fighters anyway. Give a Richelieu one as well. And do haste, because we were ambushed here last time. Having some foreknowledge is a little bit useful, not gonna lie. Even if it is accidental. Do prayer as well. I don't think we need Burst of Glory for this though, I'll save that. Sure, that's all fine with me. Right. So yeah. Get jumped here. I think this mortal will fetch a good price at the flesh markets. Let's bind her up and take her to the slave traders before she makes a fuss. No deal. Okay, Alushinyrra, you shoot the Brimarax. I don't think this is a very hard fight for us, really. Okay, you death from above over here, Ulbrig. Yeah, even though they bring backup in, it's not that bad. Okay, Nest. Oh, I forgot to do your weapon enchantment. Do it now. Then do Vampiric Touch on the Elder Rock. I'm really hoping I've sorted the audio, because I was noticing that, you know, when I speak louder or kind of shout for certain characters, it would really spike on the mic, and I don't really know anything about the mechanics of how mic stuff works, but I'm learning as I go. So I've added some filters for trying to keep the levels reasonably balanced, and hopefully there'll at least be a little bit of a difference. I mean, there's a chance I've made things worse. Oh, perfect. But hopefully I've just made things, if not better, then the same. Okay, do a command halt, Ember. Just make things easier. Oh, if everything's halted, then I'm even going to turn off turn-based mode, because they can't even move to defend themselves. Perfect. I can't remember. I don't think I did any major gear changes while I was playing, but you never know. Right, so I think the second guy that you find, yeah, is down here. Oh yeah, down here even. I was a bit disorientated. Yeah, I think I've definitely helped the performance a little bit at least. So hopefully that should persist. It was you. Ah, okay, so it is random. You just have to talk to a bunch of beggars then, I guess. Anyone over here? I guess it's just implying that you're going around talking to all the beggars you can find. Which makes sense, because when I talked to the guy, the first thing he said was, oh, you've been bugging every beggar in the city. So I guess if you just go straight to him, that wouldn't be accurate anymore, would it? Nice boots, stranger. Well, so their dialogue was fairly generic, so I don't think it... yeah, it didn't necessarily fit a characterized demon anyway. Okay, pop up here. Oh, I believe I also did this fight. There was a event over here that we did. So we'll do that again. Woljif, give us haste before we start. Darren, give us prayer. These things in the wall. Minor rune. Yeah, summoned a bunch of demons in to fight us. But again, knowing it's coming certainly makes it a little easier. Oh, that's nice. Well done, Alushinyrra. Oh, maybe spoke too soon. There's a few rounds to this. You fly over here, Ulbrig. Oh, wow, its camera's freaking out. Stop freaking out. Woljif, you attack him. Perfect. Oh, you got two. Even more perfect. Yeah, and the next group come in. Do another command halt. Emrys, you go attack the one that failed the halt. Darren, you can also go and do the attack the... Well, just start attacking them. Either you attack this one. They're all frozen. Perfect. Nest. Force punch this one. No, force punch him.
Stab their backs.
Oh wow, yeeted him. Oh, Mind Fog is a bit annoying. Although it's not really working this time.
I will resist.
Last time that Mind Fog caused a bit of a problem. Seems to not be doing it this time. Great. Well done. Finish off that one, Ulbrig. Oh, finish off two. You're wonderful, Ulbrig. Okay, Ember, try to instant kill this one. Great. Fenris, you attack this guy. Kill him? Ah, oh, close.
Out of my sight.
Ivu, come in here, attack this one. Still halted, perfect. Ness, you run up and also attack this one. On the final group. Looks like it I technically ended the fight because we killed them quickly. I'm okay with that. Although it's left us without any movement. Okay, do displacement on Woljif, why not? I don't think it's really going to be necessary. We've got this fight in the bag. Darren, you've only got one turn. Try Umbral Strike, see how that does. Didn't do much good. Ulbrig, do you still have... Yeah, you still have mirror image.
All right?
Cool. Try an instant kill, Ember. Nah, didn't work. No worries. Okay, now we have full turns. Do Vampiric Touch again?
You feel that?
Perfect. Dead. You too, Darren.
At least try to entertain me.
Where's the last one? Oh, it's over here.
Disappear.
Perfect. I guess this gives me a chance to double check this as well, because I left the rune in here, but I wasn't sure. Yeah, it's not called a minor rune anymore, so I think we can take that, and I guess we go and put that in the other slots, because we found a slot in each district, basically. So I guess you start on the lower district and then improve it each time. Hello, beggar. Okay, now we get the conversation. The beggar unleashes a stream of angry curses. Look at this stupid Galarian strutting around and pestering everyone with her stupid questions. Can't even beg for alms in peace. What do you want? Are you doing this for a laugh? What, there's not a beggar in the lower city you haven't harassed. What was it you wanted to know again? Come on, ask away, then piss off. Have you heard of Zephorian? Well, maybe there was a fellow with such a name, or maybe there wasn't. I don't know, and the others don't know either. What's your problem with us? Go ask around in the middle city. You can even search for him in Shamira's dark hole for all I care. Just leave us alone. Do you know where I can find Zephyrian, yes or no? I don't know, and no one else knows either. Just leave us alone. Go ask the man in charge, maybe he knows where this Zephyrian of yours is. If he doesn't, then no one does. As soon as you see our gang, start asking around. Our boss never walks up by himself. He always has a crowd around him. Okay, I have to go. Go away and stop pestering us. Right. I remember where the guy is. Come on.
This is my kind of work.
Great. They're down here. No, oh, keep forgetting about not changing the camera angles too much.
Careful now.
Here they are. The dead eyes of the beggars watch you closely. They hold out their hands and repeat with well-practiced enthusiasm. Spare a coin, stranger. Be careful with them. These beggars are different from the ones on Golarion. They were rejected even by the Society of the Abyss. Just imagine what type of person you must be if even demons don't want to deal with you. They are not as helpless as they may seem, and their leader is untouchable. They say even the Lady in Shadow sometimes seeks his counsel, and some say that it is Alushinyrra herself, who has assumed the form of an ordinary demon in order to communicate with those who inhabit her. I wonder why they beg for coins. What do they want to buy? Actually, no, I don't want to know. If I find out, I'm sure I'll only be upset, or angry, or disgusted. Do a perception. Look closely at the crowd of beggars. Does anyone know Zephyrian? Some of the beggars seem to prick up their ears at your words. Noticing that you're looking directly at them, they reluctantly stand. You definitely manage to draw the vagrants' attention, but they do not appear to be in a hurry to share any useful information with you. Study the reactions on the beggars' faces. One of the beggars draws your attention. Despite the pitiful rags covering his scabbed body, he holds himself a little more erect than the others, and a dirty but obviously expensive ring sparkles on his hand. Unlike the others, he looks at you without interest or greed, but with arrogant indifference. The leader of the beggar realizes you've figured him out, but he continues to examine you with an indifferent look. His tightly pressed lips indicate he will not simply give you the information you seek. We'll do the diplomacy option. Politely bow before the leader of the beggars. Would you be so kind as to tell me where I can find Zephyrian, esteemed leader of these poor souls? Success. A slight smile touches the beggar's lips as he condescends to answer. We are the filth of the streets of Alushinyrra, and you trample us under your feet. And yet you are polite with me. This is wise, because we all turn into filth sooner or later. This is why I will deal kindly with you. The beggar leader picks at his ear with his knobbly, dirty-nailed finger, then says, A filthy pile of garbage, once named Zephyrian, begs at the entrance of the Battle Bliss, the gladiatory arena. That's where you'll find him. Cool. I mean, I knew he was there, but even if you know which beggar he's meant to be, he won't talk to you unless you go through all of this, or I guess the innkeeper's way. He doesn't talk unless I guess you can identify him. No. Please move. Thank you. How long does displacement last? There you go, it's just one off. Here he is. The vagrant is repulsive, even by the standards of the Abyss. His lumpy, scarred face make you think he was put through a meat grinder, then shaped back into a semblance of his former body and left to live out his life. His tall and once impressive figure has been shattered. His arms are covered in the protruding lumps of unset bones that were left to heal improperly. The beggar is clad in many layers of dirty, smelly rags, onto which hundreds of keys are sewn, from tiny toy box keys to a giant cast iron key that bows the demon's neck almost to the ground. So, you're looking for Zephyrian? He's long dead, but that doesn't seem to be stopping you. Well, so
Well, so what do you want with a dead man?
Zephorian, the master of lies and trickery. I remember fighting him. What do you know about Nahyndrian crystals?
There's a tale told in Alushinyrra. A tale about crystals that grant immense power. But what exactly are they, and from where do they draw this power? Nobody seems to know. I've seen something like it only once before. I found the first crystal on the Isle of Vazglar, and it seemed useless to me. It contained a great deal of power, but it was of no use whatsoever. I meant to give it to my patron, as he would have found a way to use it, but I never had the chance. Some feeble mortal mage managed to steal the crystal from me. He locked himself in a tower, examined the crystal, studied it, and managed to find some use for it. But he was under Nocticula's protection, so I never tried to hunt him down.
I speculated on this when I was doing it last time, but this sounds a lot like the Storyteller. Way back when we were helping him piece together the memories that he lost, he remembered working for Nocticula in the Abyss and saying that he had his own mage's tower and things like that. Although I don't think he specifically mentioned Nahyndrian crystals, but I think the implication is that he's partly to blame for why the demons have figured out how to use this power, because he's the one that stole them from Zephorian. The demon grins unpleasantly.
I bet you're thinking I'm just going to tell you the name you seek and then you can rush off and have a chat with that mage. Not a chance. The mage wasn't a demon. He was a mortal who served Nocticula's arcane needs back in the day. Kicked the bucket a long time ago. All that's left of him is the tower in the upper city, locked and protected by magic. Many have tried to get inside in the hopes of stealing something valuable, but their remains rotted long ago. No use talking about them now. Ha, but you're curious now? You'd like to have a poke around in that tower, wouldn't you? Perhaps you could find something of use there, yes?
Zephorian gives a mocking grin, then sighs and takes a single key from his rags, handing it to you with a sweeping gesture.
Take it while I'm still feeling generous. This will open the way into the tower. When I ruled Alushinyrra, I made sure I had a key for every hideout and tucked away nook in the city. You never know when they might come in handy. Here, take this and get lost. No one will throw me a coin with you hanging around.
Take a closer look at this surprisingly selfless demon. Success. Something spiteful and vicious lurks in the depths of this beggar's eyes. He looks like a predator waiting in ambush, or rather a scavenger waiting impatiently for his prey's agony to finally end so he can enjoy his meal. Whatever his motives, this demon obviously does not wish you well, and is already counting down the minutes to your imminent demise. I remember. I've heard of this place. It's a tower, supposedly filled with treasures left there after the death of an ancient mage. But no one could prove that there is any truth to these rumours, because not one of the daring adventurers who managed to get in ever returned. The place is a death trap. Zephorian is probably just toying with us. He's pretending to be helpful only to send us to certain death. You're giving me the key just like that? With a philosophic shrug, the demon answers,
Yeah, why not? I don't need it, and I don't need anything from you except for you to leave me alone. Now go on, get lost.
The Isle of Vazglar, where is that?
Yes, Vazglar, a wild place, an island in Ishia, deserted. No one really cared about it. I had a secluded lair there where I kept all sorts of nasty tricks for Nocticula. Anyone who'd found my den could have made a tidy profit, but not so long ago the island sank unexpectedly. No point trying to look for it anymore.
Why are these crystals called Nahyndrian?
Who knows? It's a whim of fashion. The thing is, they're not actually Nahyndrian at all. Nahyndri was a demon lord, the master of treasures, dungeons, and shiny trinkets. If he'd had crystals such as these, I really doubt Nocticula would have been able to kill him all those centuries ago. Back then they were just called purple crystals.
You are lying to me. You're trying to lure me into a trap. The demon's ugly maw breaks into a malicious grin.
You'll probably die there. Or maybe you won't, and you'll find out what Shamira wants. It was Shamira who sent you, right? She was the one who turned me into Nocticular back in the day, and now she wants to topple her mistress and take her place, just as I once tried to. That's why she wants those crappy crystals so much. So be it, I say. Whoever loses this fight, I'll be the winner, and I'll savour the outcome. You, Chimera, Nocticular, may you all drop dead, tear out each other's throats, and strangle each other with your own intestines. You're all scum, and I'll piss on your corpses as they float by on an ocean of your blood.
Share your knowledge with me.
I know a lot about Alushinyrra, and about its current ruler too. Trust me, staying in power in this city wasn't easy. What would you like to know?
What did you do to fall so low?
I was overly hasty. I had power back then, and it grew with every passing day. Lamastu's belch. I was just a step away from becoming more powerful than Nocticular and toppling her from her throne. And why not? After all, that's exactly how she got where she is now after she took down that toothy old freak,
I had all these demon names.
Vellexia. I was about to start my coup, had even found a powerful patron, Sokobethon, Nocticula's brother, who held a serious grudge against her. But before I had time to start, that sly mortal mage stole an important thing from me, a thing that could have shifted the balance of power, and then that red-headed little bitch learned about my plans. She turned me into Nocticular, and she struck before I could. I fell. The red-headed harlot took my place. Ha, Chimera. I should have strangled you the moment you appeared in the abyss.
You were stripped of everything you once were. That's terrible. I understand, I really do, but why did you decide to become like this? When someone takes away your past, you are free of it. Why didn't you want to become someone new? It's as if you were broken then badly glued back together. Do you really like living like that?
Zephyrian cackles hoarsely. Do you really think I had a choice? Do you think I wanted any of this?
Everyone has a choice. You can leave this alley at any time, go to a place no one knows you and become whoever you want. But for some reason you keep sitting here. What do you think of Alushinyrra today?
It's the same pile of crap it was when I was in charge. Here in the Abyss everything changes constantly, but nothing really changes at all. I could tell you how much better the city was when I ran things, but it would be a lie. Back in my day it was no different. Just as I did, Chimera rules this crazy lot with an iron fist, subduing them through terror and violence. It doesn't take a genius to do that. You just need to be absolutely ruthless and have enough power to be able to drown any insolent scum in his own blood. Actually, it can be done by any brainless Descarite who can crush mountains but can't count how many corpses are impaled on his spiky claw.
Got any advice on how to survive in this place? The demon responds with fervour, the words positively bursting out of him.
Don't trust anyone, and once you ascend high enough, be especially suspicious of the unexpected gifts that will suddenly start being showered upon you. No one here does anything without a reason.
With a bitter chuckle, the incubus makes an obvious effort to stem this outpouring of hard-won knowledge. That's enough of that.
Whatever you say, stranger.
I'm leaving. With a malicious grin, the incubus croaks hoarsely as you leave.
Enjoy your walk around Alushinyrra.
Okay. We did that first, and then now everything else we were going to do is in the upper city. Before I did some stuff in the upper city, went down to the lower city, and then went back up. So it just makes a bit more sense to do it in this order, I think. We have Woljif's companion quest to do up here. We have to visit Vellexia one more time. And we have the tower. And we can do that in any order, really. There's also some fights scattered around. How long have we got good hope for? 6 more minutes. Yeah, Blur, 10 more minutes. Let's go and do Woljif's first, I think. Seeing as it's just over here. These guys are going to attack. So let's pre-prepare, actually. Never hurts to pre-prepare.
So you're the mortal who's the talk of the town, eager to join the Alushinyrra nobility, are you? I will not tolerate mortal plain filth disgracing us with its presence.
Okay. Albrig, you fly behind them and hit the ones in the back. Or land directly in the middle of them. That's also an option. Do you not have haste, Albrig? You didn't do as many attacks as I thought you were going to. Okay, Nest, do Rejuvenating Poem. Seeing as they just gave us fatigue.
Prepare yourself.
Shoot the minion. Thank you. Shoot that minion. That whole person is somewhat irritating. Yep. Don't show this tutorial again. It claims that Restoration Greater can cure paralysis, but I have never seen it actually do that. And I wasted a bunch of crystal dust trying to make it happen. Song of Discord. That's not great. I wish when you got these sort of debuffs it specified whether it was a curse or a... like it specify what kind of thing it is. Because you get certain spells to like, oh, cure disease or cure sickness or cure break curse. But then it doesn't tell you what's a curse or what's a... you know, something else. Albrig, why do you only have 4? Oh, it's because I didn't do the setting, did I? I always forget to do that. Okay, Nest, you attack the Merciless Tyrant, I think.
Your struggles end here.
Perfect. Some characters lost their... I was about to say some characters lost their extra health, but that actually isn't the worst thing because we have the ability that means any excess healing that Darren does can be added as bonus health. Though apparently not very much. Okay, we want to go round here. This is where the abandoned mansion where Woljif's mission takes place. Let's check it out. And we have been in here before, but it was empty when we came last time. Storyteller is waiting for you in the main hall of the mansion. The spikes on his powerful shoulders and black back bulge out violently.
I knew the spawn of Jägerfellers would come to gaze at his inheritance. Pathetic, stupid nobody. Do you think you'll be lucky a second time? Run, little tiefling. Run away and don't stop. And maybe you'll survive a little longer. But I'll still find you, no matter where you run, and I'll suck your eyes out of their sockets like grapes from their skins.
You think I was just lucky, you lizard? I had the chief with me then, and now I don't even need the chief to kick your ass. I came for my inheritance, for my power, and when I get it, we'll see who's laughing then. Woljif looks back at you and whispers, I think I went a bit too far there. Do you reckon he'll kill me quickly after that? And the thing I just said about not needing you? I was just saying it, but I didn't mean it, so don't get any ideas. Why are you so eager to destroy Woljif? He hasn't done anything to you.
He and Yegafelis are all guilty before my mistress by virtue of their birth. Lady Hepzimira, the strongest child of Baphomet, hunts down her unworthy brothers and sisters, because she alone should stand before the throne of her father, the Lord of Labyrinths. I will tell you how Yegafelis was killed, you pile of refuse, and this story will be the last thing that you hear. No one can escape from Mistress Hepzimira. Yegafelis tried. At first he settled down here, in Alushinyrra. He thought that in the lands of Nocticula no one would get him. Ha! I found him for my mistress. When he sensed me, he locked himself in his treasure room like a cowardly rat, not wanting to accept his inevitable death. I carved through his henchmen and reached his hiding place. The bones of those who did not have time to flee crunched beneath my feet. I tore down the doors of the treasure room, pretending to myself that I was ripping apart the pathetic coward. But inside, I found only a corpse. Oh, my lady was so pleased, but...
The demon's small eyes squint suspiciously.
I knew something was wrong. The corpse lay in front of me, but I felt sure that Yegafelis had escaped. I tortured his servants until they revealed the secret of the moon of the abyss. I made them search every corner, but the moon was gone. How many years I searched for it, and then I found not only it, but this tiefling as well. Lady Hepzimira will reward me when I bring her the horned skull of a defective spawn that dishonors the blood of Baphomet. And she will reward me twice over when I reveal the escape of that scum Yegafelis.
Is Woljif a descendant of Baphomet himself? Yeah, so you're telling me I'm related to old Baphomet? How'd that happen?
Lord Baphomet conceived many demons, many bastard children unworthy of their father. One of them was Yegafelis, who made his way to Golarion. His blood, and hence the blood of Baphomet, flows in you, tiefling. Lady Hepzimira will destroy all who defile the purity of his blood.
My, it turns out you're of noble blood. Daeron sweeps into a low, mocking bow before Woljif. I beg your pardon, my dear sir, but would you be so kind as to remind me how I should address a noble personage from the abyss? Your unholiness, or perhaps your deplorable disgrace? What is this moon of the abyss?
Ask the tiefling if Yegafelis left the moon for him. He should know the answer.
Nobody explained nothing to me. I don't even know why it's so important. Why does nobody tell me anything? I didn't even know who this Yegafelis guy is. My grandpa? My great-grandpa? My uncle? Voyatel howls with laughter.
Stupid tiefling! You don't even know why you're going to die. The demon that caused you to be born will also be the cause of your death.
How did you know that Woljif was coming here?
I was informed that the tiefling I was searching for had set foot in the abyss streets of Alushinyrra. Where else would he go but to the mansion of his ancestor, looking for treasure?
The Shadow brought me here. The Shadow should have known you were here because it always protects me from you. But why? Why didn't it warn me? Could you just take the moon of the abyss and leave me and Woljif alone? Voyatel laughs hoarsely.
I'll take the moon of the abyss. Yes, but I'm in no hurry. And you're going nowhere. Skewered on the end of my spike, that's where you belong. Just like your friend, and everyone else who decides to intercede on his behalf. I will make a goblet of your skull and bring it to my mistress. And if that counts as leaving you alone, then you will have peace aplenty.
Enough talk. Yeah, my throat can't handle much more. Oh, we just get the one round. Okay. turn on your extra claw attack, Ulbrig. And just leave it there. Arushale, turn on Sense Vitals. Ivy, just run over. We still have prayer active, right? Yeah. Okay, Darren, you run over too. Nest, you run. Be at the front. You can be on this side, Woljif. Remember, you're out of range to do that, so you just move to about there. Fenris, you can move up too. Right, now we can attack. This guy really does not put much of a fight. He has a ton of bravado, but does not follow through. This will be the good test to see whether I've sorted the mic properly, because either that was horrible on the audio or it was alright. Revenge on Hepzibah and her henchmen. A gigantic demonic shadow separates from Woljif and menacingly hangs in the air. At times it seems to grow, as if the atmosphere of the abyss is feeding it and giving it additional strength. Woljif. The voice of the shadow is deep and low, and seems to penetrate the mind, enveloping and replacing any other thoughts. My heir. Woljif freezes as if under some spell. Grandpa? I mean, Your Honor? I mean, I don't know what to call you. I've never had a grandpa like this before. And no, and I always knew it was your shadow. You're my demon guardian, huh? Ha! Well, why not? I always knew it was special. A prince or something. And this is the chief. You should get to know each other. Chief, this is my grandpa. It's a pleasure to make the acquaintance of the demon who outwitted Hepzibah's henchmen. It is easy to deceive those who do not know what you know. My grandson Woljif discovered this knowledge without my help, and I am proud of him. He deserves to become my heir, the one who will take my strength and avenge the fall of our branch of the family. The new Yigafeles will rise again. That's great and all, Gramps, but I'm not quite following you. Revenge? A new Yigafeles? I mean, I want your power, of course, but like you just said, it's easy to deceive and all that. Right, Chief? What do you want from Woljif, Yigafeles? I want my grandson to accept my power, and to become a continuation of me. Tell me, Woljif, do you want to ascend to the top of the world and rule it? If we combine my powers with your resourcefulness, the Abyss will submit to us, and all those who've wronged us will be punished. And there are many such wrongdoers, Woljif. Are there many such wrongdoers, Woljif? Yes, I see, I know. And every wrong has been another step leading you to this moment. You have endured everything. You are worthy of great power, my grandson. I'm worthy? Yeah, but I didn't even do anything. Listen, Grandpa, I understand you've been holed up in that crystal for a long time, so you probably don't know me well. I just steal here and there, trade a little, and I've never done anything special, you know? Maybe I'm not worthy at all. Maybe you're just wrong? What if later you turn around and say, why'd I go and give you that power, you useless idiot? No, I am not mistaken. I foresaw your birth, and I foresaw that you would come here. You are exactly what I need, Woljif, and no one can replace you. How did you survive? Thanks to Aradon. Yigafeles gives a low chuckle that rumbles like distant thunder. I do not know if you remember the times when prophecies were not just heaps of useless words, but I do remember. You see, I am the son of Baphomet.
I don't think you need an explanation of who he is. Baphomet conceived many children, but my sister Hepzibah wanted to be the only one. She marked us for death and hunted us down quite successfully. I did not want to be among her victims. I hid in Alushinyrra, but I knew I wouldn't last long. In the end, I decided to learn my future. Forewarned is forearmed. I was able to acquire all the knowledge I needed about my future self after many rituals. I saw a vision of how I would put a crystal like a dark moon into a silver setting. I spent a long time trying to understand this vision, and finally, bit by bit, a prophecy came to me. I realized that I would have to die in order to live again, that the dark crystal must become my refuge and the receptacle of my powers. I must hide my soul in the crystal and wait for my heir to come to the abyss and free me. This crystal is the moon of the abyss, set within a silver mount. I sent it to Golarion for my grandson. Do you see, Woljif? I anticipated your birth like no one else.
Why did Voyatel dislike you so much?
Voyatel. He wanted to curry favor with his mistress and nothing more. But you cannot deny his intelligence. Hepzibah was appeased when she saw my head, but he discovered the truth about the moon of the abyss, and almost killed Woljif. Hepzibah, the stupid cow, just wants to destroy all her brothers and sisters indiscriminately. But Voyatel, his mind was constantly seeking ways to please her, and this desire aided his efforts. Well, he died pursuing his dream of greatness.
Demons don't give something for nothing. What do you want in return?
I have only one condition, and it is a very small one.
Yggdrasil shrinks down to the same size as Woljif.
My spirit will enter your body, Woljif. It will hide within you, just as it hid within the crystal, invisible to you and invisible to others.
So you sort of want to take over my body? Woljif looks disappointed. Really, Grandpa? I thought better of you. I'm your grandson, you know. You shouldn't treat your grandkids that way. You take care of them, put up with their hijinks and stuff, not make puppets out of them.
Life has taught you to be too cautious, Woljif. I do not want to take your body. I want to help you. Who were you before you found the moon of the abyss? A pathetic thief from a small town, a coward and a traitor, a boy who was hated by his own mother, driven away from everywhere he went. And now look, Voyatel is dead. Look at all the treasures that are rightfully yours. And this is just the beginning. You will become the Prince of the Abyss, my grandson.
Yggdrasil's voice grows lower, more insinuating.
As for my living within your body, your success will be my success. I will only give you advice, as I did in the World Wound, and you will be free to choose whether or not to listen. However, I see that words will not satisfy you. Let me show you what you will gain, if you agree.
You say I've been driven away from everywhere, but the chief hasn't chased me off yet. So show her too. Since we got into this together, Chief, actually, it's fine, forget about it. Do what you want. Show me too. I don't want Woljif to have to face you alone. Yggdrasil shows no sign of impatience, but his darkness seems to become deeper, more compelling.
What a loyal friend you have, Woljif. But maybe the chief just wants to guide you every step of the way. Maybe she is just afraid that you will become too independent.
Woljif looks to you as if trying to find the answer, but then turns away. I don't know, Gramps, maybe you're right. But even if the chief mouths off, even if she doesn't do what I like, she's still the best thing that ever happened to me. At least let her take a look.
As you wish.
Yggdrasil begins to grow. his darkness pulsating as it surrounds you, until you are completely enveloped and nothing else can be seen. There is only silence, only darkness, and a soothing voice. Close your eyes. I will show you what the world will be like when the dark moon of the abyss rises. Oh, this is taxing on the throat. As the darkness recedes, you realise that you are standing on a deserted street in Canabris. However, to call it standing is an exaggeration. You are a disembodied spirit, and through your transparent body you can see the walls of neighbouring houses. Next to you is a slovenly dressed old woman with a swollen face, her lips pursed unkindly. When she opens her mouth, you hear the velvet voice of Yggdrasil. Observe, Commander. Get back here, you little weasel. Trying to steal from us, were you little rat? Demon spawn, I'll throw you into the world wound. A boy of about 10 runs towards you. As he gets closer, you recognise him as Woljif. He looks scared and clutches a piece of bread to his chest. Grandma, help me. You said I should take the bread from him. Hide me, Gran. The old woman does not budge. Look at you, Woljif. Small, weak, useless, always blaming others, always holding them responsible for your failures. You are exactly the same as you have always been. A boy who is so afraid of the world that he hides behind someone else's back. First your grandmother, then the thieflings, then the commander. The boy can't hold back his tears anymore. Gran, why don't you ever help me? You're all I have. They'll beat me, so hide me, please. You will remain this way forever, because you are too cowardly and weak to cope on your own. Only I can free you from this fear. Accept me, accept my power, and destroy your enemies. Come on, do not hesitate. Yggdrasil turns to you. Watch, Commander. Once he gets a taste of this power, you will never be able to sway him again. We went for the top one. Woljif, you are not a lonely child anymore. You do not need the powers of a demon. You have powers of your own, and you have my help. Woljif turns to you when he hears your voice. Wiping away his tears and sniffing loudly, the illusion vanishes and he becomes an adult again. Chief, you're here. Let's wipe the floor with him. Me and you fought against demons. What can a bunch of bandits do? Easy. When the darkness dissipates, you find yourself in a familiar basement, the one belonging to the thieflings. Kerisme and the others stand across from you as menacingly as they did before, and next to Woljif is you. I thought better of him. And I trusted you. You will never change, Woljif. Sister Kerisme, I wasn't wrong about you after all, Woljif. You are a traitor. I took you into the gang because I heard you were a master lockpicker. I was warned you were a traitor, but I didn't listen. I took you on, and for what? You've only endangered the family. But I didn't betray you. I only took what belongs to me, right, Chief? It's your fault I've been treated badly. Maybe if you were nicer, I wouldn't have done it. Don't try any of your fast talk on them. It's useless. Deep down, you wanted your chief to appreciate you, and for the thieflings to love you for who you are, so that they could really become your family, since your blood relatives never were. But look at yourself. A coward, a thief, a loudmouth, a street rat, and even a demon spawn. Who'd even want to accept you? There's nothing in you worthy of any interest. Take my power, Woljif, and enchant them. They'll praise your name endlessly. You'll bask in their adoration. You can't make them love you. Try to tell them how much the Moon of the Abyss means to you. If they don't understand, remember that I understand. Woljif nods and takes a step towards Kerisme. His tail twitches. If I could tell you I took the Moon of the Abyss and stay here with you, I would. But I know I can't. The laws of the family don't work that way. I'm sorry it ended this way, sister. I had fun with you lot. You're the best gang I've had. You were. It doesn't matter if you love me or not. We knew it. You've always been a nasty street rat and you always will be. What kind of rubbish are you talking, Woljif? The darkness dissipates again like in the last illusion, but this time you see not one Woljif in front of you, but two. The second looks at Alushinyrra, who is before him. He looks like an exact copy of himself, but something in him has changed imperceptibly. His presence is cold, and there is greatness like an aura of darkness that vibrates around him. Now look, Commander.
No, don't kill me, have mercy.
You see what my power bestows? Imprisoned in the crystal, I felt how he called to me, how my magic was changing. I can defeat Alushinyrra, even Baphomet himself. With my power, you can easily crush your enemies, and any crusade will seem like a leisurely stroll. Now come, and guide my heir to the right path. Is this what I'll become if I accept your gift, Grandpa? I do look pretty good. His voice still sounds uncertain. Woljif looks back and forth between you and his double. So we need to decide right now? There won't be another chance? Alright, I have to ask the Chief, one last time. What do you reckon, Chief? Last time I did the to win, I need you and all the loyal friends I fight alongside, not deals with demons. I don't really understand what this top one means. Take your power and destroy the old Woljif if you can do it without him. Because to me that sounds like I'm telling him to take the power but get rid of Yigafeles. But it also could just be me saying, yeah, I agree with what Yigafeles is saying. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, I think I understood things correctly there. So, to win, I need you and all the loyal friends I fight alongside. Not deals with demons. Woljif smiles. What's that, Chief? You can't do without my high-quality goods from the best warehouses of the family, huh? You know, life's not bad with you, Chief, although I've already developed a tick in my tail, after all the adventures we've been through. And all in all, well, what's left to think about? Hey, Gramps, I've decided. Woljif tosses the Moon of the Abyss in his hand. This thing's beautiful, and expensive, of course, and I'll miss it. But I don't need any suspicious crystals, you know. I'll get rich after this trip and buy myself some ordinary ones. Any hint of subtle persuasion instantly disappears from Yigafeles' voice.
Weak! Coward! You give up power and for what? For human sentimentality? For friendship? You, who never before believed in all those sweet words, have allowed them to poison your mind.
Hey, no, Gramps. I've been watching the Chief for a long time, and after all the stuff she's done and said, she's never once lied to me. Not ever. She was on my side when nobody else was. And you sat in a medallion and waited for your prophecy to be fulfilled, so you could put me on and wear me around like a little meat vest? Think on it good and hard, Grandpa. Of the two of you, who do you think I'd trust?
Stupid little rat! I thought better of you. Apparently your horns have finally grown through your brain. I'll have to beat all that nonsense out of you. You will only serve me.
Oh, wait. Let's go to turn-based. Okay, everyone just attack the main one. It's the only one that matters.
Your luck's run out.
Yeah, Albrig, turn on your claws. Get extra attacks. Do we not have control of Woljif in this fight? Or maybe he was just already in the middle of an action. I actually don't think we do have control of Woljif in this fight. Interesting. We still have prayer active, so that's all well and good. Fenris, you attack. The performance is still not great, but it is better than it was for sure.
Well, that's that, I guess. And I was just getting used to having a grandpa. He's not the type who will teach you how to fish and fill a pipe, you know, but he's alright. Probably even decent for a demon. Not surprising that Gran remembered him well.
Woljif shakes his head slowly as if waking up from a dream.
But who gives a damn about Grandma? Chief, I mean... Thanks. I don't know why you've treated me so... I'm nothing, you know? Well, look at me and... and you... But it turned out that we're, well... friends? Actually, friends. And you've been there for me. Why are you looking at me? I'm not crying. My voice is like this because my throat's dry. It's dusty in here. That's why my throat's itchy, and my eyes are watering, and my nose is running.
I commented this when I did it before, but as much as I like doing all the voices for different characters, I do think especially the companions have some excellent voice acting, and I kind of wish they used it a bit more in this game. Because, I mean, Woljif especially, like, he's got a great... he characterizes him great. I really like it. What are you going to do now?
Now? Are you the chief or what? You tell me. You know, I've got a good feeling about our campaign. So far, we've dealt with everything that's been thrown at us together. I'm starting to think the wrong gang was called the Family, you know? I'm with you to the end, Chief. And after the campaign, well, you'll have to live long enough to find out. Let's defeat all the demons and then we'll see.
Sorry, I keep checking. I'm so paranoid that I forgot to put record on that I keep checking it. What will happen to the Moon of the Abyss?
Huh? That's that. But I'll keep the setting. It's nice work. Delicate, and another stone will look better in it. I'll keep it so I don't forget the choice I made, and why. I'll just get it out, look at it, and remember. Ooh, and then if I live long enough to open my own shop, just a thought, you know, I'll put it in a glass case where everyone can see it and drive themselves sick with jealousy.
Better get out of here for now.
Well, so long to the old family nest. It's a pity I can't bring this back to Galarian. Well, not all of it, but there is something we can do. Hey, Chief, let's clean this place out from top to bottom so not even a speck of gold is left behind.
Sure thing, Woljif. We already got most of the loot, but there's a few more doors that open up after this. So we'll get the rest of it. There's like a weird pleasure room looking thing here with cages. Can't imagine that much good went on in here. Then we can teleport over here as well.
Waste of time.
Dimension door mass. Get that chest. There's a fist dagger in there. And make sure everyone is bunched up together because I don't want to leave anyone behind.
I do things my way.
Good, good. Everyone came. But sometimes sometimes I've teleported and like a Ruchelet gets left behind on a roof, and it's, or you know, just one random character does it. It's very irritating. There's another door here. Some traps as well. Oh, avoid that, please. Actually, where's Woljif? You deal with it. Turn that off. Grab that scroll. You can come and turn these ones off as well. This is what? I guess I missed there. Yeah, there was another trap in there. I guess I missed it. Didn't seem to do much though, so no worries. Pick the lock.
Pretty good, aren't I?
I thought there was more in there when I did this last time. Maybe some of the loot tables are slightly randomized. Yep. Got as much treasure as we can get. And I think that's all of it. Yeah, there's no other secret doors or anything along here, is there? No. Okay. Let's leave. Just for my peace of mind, I can't remember if there actually was anything extra in these bits either. I don't think there was though. I think that we got all of these rooms last time we came in here. I feel like maybe locations like this you shouldn't be able to access them before you do it for the quest.
Precisely.
Because I came in here when I was just exploring around the upper city for the first time. Like, I saw the portal to go in and just nipped in. You think Voyatel would be waiting there, but he wasn't. So I don't know if they should just not have the portal available to get in until Woljif's quest starts. Especially as it's not a named location. It's just a yeah, it's just a portal. We're going to go over to the tower. I found where it was last time. We'll do Vellexia's thing last. Because a lot of our buffs are running out. Kind of running out now anyway. If that's not a dead giveaway, basically, it's a bit of a rough fight that happens when you go there. So yeah, let's just do the tower first. To the Mage's Tower. There's not a ton of combat here, at least not in the bit that I managed to do. It was while I was halfway through the tower that I realised I'd not been recording. So, yeah, so I've not done all of it, but I think I did most of the main bit. This inscription is written in an archaic elven script. You recognise the words, "Stranger's home, I see you, and I implore Callistra." It appears to be some kind of protective spell against thieves, but it has lost its power over the years. So yeah, I am pretty positive that this is the Storyteller's tower that he was talking about. I imagine that it will confirm it if we talk to him again. The corpse of a demon who was not smart enough to avoid the trap. The wreckage of what was once a magical golem. Judging by the many dents in its remains, it was destroyed in a fierce fight. Okay, everyone leave. We want just... oh yeah, the first trap's out here, isn't it?
This is my kind of work.
And there's a trap disarm there too. Might as well get that one as well.
This is my kind of work.
Under the body. And everyone go to the second floor. Go into stealth. Just because there's some traps waiting here. if you disarm that trap. And then we can, I think we can just take the gargoyles really, as we are. Or they can't, if they can't see us, maybe not. Or maybe we'll have to activate it. Do prayer.
Let's have some fun.
Does Woljif lose all of his buffs when you, has he lost mutagen as well? He still has shield. Give yourself mutagen. Yeah, these don't put up much of a fight at all. They're quite easy to handle. And this bit's a little weird. This inscription was once contained a spell of warning. When an intruder appeared, it would let out a chilling howl to raise the alarm. Fortunately, the enchantment has worn off with the passage of time, so your ears have been spared. There are loads of traps along this bit, which is somewhat annoying.
Pretty good, aren't I?
And there's a puzzle you have to do to get all the things on the bridge. Let's just go and clear all the traps first. I guess it wants us to go this way around. There's that trap. Woljif, you get it.
This is my kind of work.
Okay, so you need to do these two to get the lift to come down. And then there's some extra loot on the other ones which are require a little bit more thought to solve, but I've already figured it out, which is a bonus. Okay, Woljif, don't trigger this like you did last time, it was annoying.
My tail is twitching. Must be a sign.
Where does that even go to? Oh wait, no, so you have to go round that one to turn off.
Might be trap, might be treasure.
Turn off all of these, okay. At least there's no enemies around here.
This is my kind of work.
Don't trigger it. Well done. And then back around. Wait, where is this even going? I should have disarmed one of these, shouldn't I? Oh, that one's disarmed there. Disarm this one? Okay, maybe I just didn't click it properly or something. Cool. Then we need to have Ulbrich, you come and stand on here. And then the rest of you can come over here. And then that means we can get just one of these bridges to come round. And turn again. Is pressing that not enough to get the treasure to come down? I'm a little confused. I thought that was enough to do that last time. Oh, we haven't even been here, have we?
Always watch your back.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we were right. We just had to do two of them. Okay, everyone come over here. Do the mobility check. Get the treasure. Hop back. Perfect. Wait, no, we want everybody to come. I think that's everything on this level then. So let's go to the peak. Double check, yep. Upstairs.
What's that glitter?
Yep, traps. More, lots and lots of traps. A web of traps, really.
Pretty good.
Okay, there's one. Where does this trap lead to? Oh, it's there.
This is my kind of work.
In another check, though, this magic trap is now old and dysfunctional. After centuries of disuse, it would have irreversibly blinded any thief that gazed upon it. Okay, yeah, we need to stand on that bridge there and have that come down. Perfect. Just hop back across. An elven page. Examine. Within the pedestal, a faint purple glow emanates from a crystal-shaped hole. Its edges are chipped and cracked, suggesting that whatever it contained has been forcibly removed. So there was probably a Nahyndrian crystal in there at some point. That's the implication, I think. Somebody got it.
This is my kind of work.
There is everything in here, isn't it? Okay. Another chest there. With a dagger. The magic has left this once powerful magical seal that protected the premises from the presence of demons. We are going to take advantage of a rest, I think. It'd be nice to get some of our buffs back. Although we've still got most of them, haven't we? Although most they're about to wear out, aren't they? Okay, yeah, we'll rest here. Oh, wait, do I... How is our food buffs looking? Acorn Pie's got 24 hours. Oh, it looks... Yeah, is the Demon Slayer soup is going to run out. Okay. We'll do Demon Slayer soup then for food. Okay. Nightwatch, Ulbrig, and Woljif. You get on that.
I grew up, but you haven't changed a bit. That's creepy.
I'm not going to change either. I'll always be your friend, even after you die.
I can understand sometimes why Woljif finds Ember creepy. But she always means well. That's what counts. Right, what buffs have worn out?
Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
I'll just reapply some of Darren's ones now. Right. Buffs back. So, yeah, I stopped last time when I tried to go through the weird door that's in this room. So I figure that's where we're meant to go. You see a sturdy door set in a stone arch in the middle of the room. The location seems rather odd, to put it mildly. Attached to the door is a tiny little metal bell with a braid pull. Knowledge Arcana. Examine the door to determine if any spells have been cast on it. You see spells enshrouding both the door and bell. Judging by the nature of the spells, they belong to the Conjuration School. Examine the door closely. This is no ordinary door. Judging by the intricate carvings on the door, it is of elvish make. The bell also appears quite unremarkable, though the bell pull is covered in an ornate pattern. There is nothing unusual about this door other than its location. Ring the bell. The door swings open, and an ephemeral form appears in the opening. It looks like a soap bubble. On the other side of the door, you can just make out the hazy interior of a small trinket-filled room, the typical ambience of a Golarian inn. Oh, it's a storyteller. Hello. I knew this was his tower. Clutching the door handle, a skinny figure falls through the soap bubble. The bubble contracts, then pops, dissolving into thin air. The door slams shut. Cautiously touching the stone floor, the unexpected guest rises slowly to his feet. It seems that the storyteller, for it is undoubtedly him, is quite surprised. Why did you bring me back to the abyss? That's what he's thinking. The storyteller's head swivels around in bewilderment, his hands reaching to examine everything around him. Where am I? How did I get here? Who's there? I remember the sound of that breathing. Nest, is that you? Thank the gods, it is you. Where are we? And if you don't mind my asking, what brought you here? How did you get here? The storyteller listens intently to the sounds coming from the city. A good question. Judging by the demon's speech I hear, we are in the abyss, correct? Then I suppose I was brought here by a portal. It was most likely activated by you. This portal must have been charmed specifically to deliver me here from wherever I may have been. I hope it will send me back the same way. You are unlikely to have charmed it this way. If you had, you wouldn't have been so surprised by my appearance. This means the spell was cast in the past. In my past. The one I'm looking for. I have to admit, this finding is quite intriguing and perplexing. But this place, where we are, it's a tower, isn't it? Yes, I'm right, a tower. Why did you need this portal? Thanks to you, I now remember that in the past I was the court mage of the Lady in Shadow. Yeah, I guess it's possible that we couldn't have awakened that story before this point if we hadn't found any elven pages. But we have, so he already knows. It was probably then that I created this portal to conveniently travel from the Abyss to Golarion. I came here looking for information about certain purple crystals, but I found you. The storyteller nods with understanding. You were looking for the heart of the tower? Yes, I studied its capabilities here in Alushinyrra. You must have seen the socket it was placed in. Unfortunately, the details of my research are hidden from me by the gloom of oblivion. Perhaps if I laid my hands on such a crystal, I would see something else in my past. Do you know where to get one of these? Do they come from mines or maybe from the bottom of the sea? The elf takes out a delicate compass from his bag, the needle of which is slowly but constantly spinning. I sense the power we are looking for. My hands have touched it in the past. In the past I do not remember. I think a little divination will come in handy. I can set this little trifle to help you. Explore the caves here. When you are near the crystal, the compass will let you know. What do you think of Galfrey ordering me to go to the abyss? The storyteller purses his lips. I am not a politician or a military leader, but I've seen all sorts in my life. That's why I have some experience and know different stories. The story I'm watching now, it did not strike a chord with everyone. There are many in Dresden who are saddened by your departure for the abyss. There are even some among them who say, though in a whisper, that Galfrey was envious of our commander's glory and was in a hurry to be rid of her. But most do not think this. The majority praises the Queen and expects her to lead them to new victories over the demons. It's quite possible that she will succeed. Right now, as far as I know, Galfrey is actively preparing for an advance to the west, into the heart of the Worldwound. I see. The sense of recognition is truly astounding. I definitely used to live here, and if there are no other claimants, I'm ready to become the owner of this tower again. Be my guest any time. How is Galfrey? It's impossible to tell by the storyteller's face whether or not he's surprised by your question. She's acting in the manner befitting the Queen standing at the head of the Crusades. As for her spirit, I do not know, but I could ask her on your behalf if you'd like. Please do. Yeah, I know we were pretty bitter about being sent here when we last talked to her, but I don't think Nest holds a grudge, really. Please do. Then I will. Come visit me again after a while, and I will tell you her answer. I found a page that might interest you. The storyteller carefully takes your find. Yes, you are right. Another piece of evidence from the past I have forgotten. The old elf's expression becomes withdrawn. The storyteller clenches the pages you brought, his voice becoming a bit younger and more energetic. I'm sitting at the top of my tower. In my right hand is a goblet of warmed wine. In my left, a bark-covered notebook. I breathe in the ash floating in the air. The wine leaves the bitter taste of soot on my lips. It It's been about 100 years since I returned to Golarion from the Abyss. 100 years spent on research, hard work, and rare journeys. I turned the page of the notebook. The wisdom of elves and the cunning of Demon Lord Baphomet are gathered here. There is a description of how the purple crystal from Alushinyrra works, and my own observations about Rift Carver, Demon Lord Discari's scythe. I know everything written in it by heart, but I keep paging through it all the same. Touching these pages makes me hopeful and strengthens my resolve. I've gathered everything I need to connect Golarion with another plane. I'm close to saving the smouldering embers of Golarion, hiding them from Earthfall. Just a little bit more. A decade or 100 years, and everything will be ready for the ritual. A cold shiver runs down my spine, and I smile. Kinney is trying to get into my tower again. A world of ruins presents many opportunities for a thief. Forgotten ancient treasures left by their owners are there for the taking. These objects are not so precious nowadays, but they can fetch a good price on other planes. However, my friend stubbornly continues to try and evade the protective traps of my tower. He got caught. Predictable. The tree guards safely entangle Kinney in their branches. You got to the 3rd floor of the tower today? Nice try. I smile, sip my wine, and turn the page of the notebook. My friend will have to wait a little while before he's released. I'll finish my wine first. Tell me about Golarion after Earthfall. The storyteller gulps. It's frightening here. Many people have perished. Cities have turned to ruin. The few who are still holding on fall deeper into degradation with each passing day, turning into barbarians or bandits. Not a week goes by without someone trying to attack my tower and rob me. But my spells are strong and my guards are impeccable. Hungry and crippled, the riffraff leave my tower in search of easier pickings. I watch them go and feel no mercy. They deserve their fate. They should have fought like me, but they chose the easy path of plunder. Why does Kinney try to get into your tower? The storyteller shrugs and frowns. Well, this started with an innocent joke when I boasted to him that my tower was now the safest place on Golarion, and he decided to prove me wrong. It's been 20 years since then, and it's become a very long-running joke. Once every few years, Kinney tries to get into my tower secretly and steal something from me. My precious book of research notes, or the heart of the tower, the purple crystal we got in Alushinyrra. I play along, truly happy every time my friend comes to visit, but deep down I start to worry. Please continue. Kinney takes the goblet from my hands, but is not in a rush to drink it. You would learn so much if you didn't sit here guarding your secrets, he says to me. I smile. Not every secret must belong to the world, my friend. Precious stones lose their shine when they pass through 100 hands. In the same way, knowledge is distorted, and truth turns into tall tales. This is why I sit in my tower guarding what I have created and what I have obtained from others. My friend only shrugs and stops talking, dissatisfied with my answer. I start to think, when did Kinney and I drift apart? He blames me for dragging my feet. He says I should have opened a rift to the other planes as soon as I returned to Golarion. And now it's too late. The jewels of our civilization have already perished, and soon the rest will too. He thinks we've lost, and now my research is simply dangerous. I don't answer his reproaches, for they are somewhat fair. I could have tried to save Golarion 100 years ago, when Nocticula, my former lady in shadow, upheld her part of the bargain and decrypted Baphomet's notes. But instead of fulfilling the goal I set for myself, I decided to spend a little more time on research and preparation. It will take a year, I told Kinney back then, but after a year I needed 2 more, and then 10 more years. The world was falling apart around me, and I still lingered. The storyteller frowns. Still, why are you taking so long to connect the planes? I don't know. My actions are unclear even to myself. I seem to have burned out. I look at people surviving on Golarion and I realise I don't want to save them anymore. Who needs a handful of rabble who have already forgotten how to write, who get by with a vocabulary of 30 words? I haven't abandoned my idea. Oh no, I will see it through sooner or later. It's my life's work. I can't just abandon it, but not now. Why is Kinney against opening the portal now? The storyteller frowns. My friend thinks it's too late, that my experiment in merging the planes will be dangerous for the entire universe. Who knows what consequences the merging will have on the plane I choose? What will happen if I merge Golarion with Heaven and Earthfall happens to it too? Before, when Golarian civilizations were still fighting, together we could have overcome... surmounted Earthfall's consequences. This sentence is weird. Before, when Golarian civilizations were still fighting, together we could have overcome. Surmounted Earthfall's consequences. Yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense. But now there is no doubt that only war and death await us after we merge planes. Kinney always supported you before. What changed? I have thought about it many times. Over the years he spent on Golarion, my friend gradually lost the fire in his eyes. His opinions became more and more careful. He stopped rushing into any adventures life offered him. The storyteller sighs. He got old. We both understand that his life as a half-elf is almost over, and I still have several hundred years to live. We realise that soon we must part forever. This thought keeps us from talking like we used to and making plans for the future. Kinney seems distant. The storyteller is silent for a long while, subdued in his thoughts. The terrible thing is, I don't feel sad. I accepted our parting was a given. I condemn myself for this, but can do nothing about it. Kinney will leave me, and I will drink a goblet of warmed wine to remember him, and then I will return to the laboratory to continue my research. My friend has become a stranger to me. Please continue. It happened. What I had been expecting for the last 10 years, what I was ready for. Kinney, my friend, took advantage of my hospitality and stole my research notes. They contained knowledge I gathered over the years from the most dangerous sources, and I have only partially deciphered them. Some of that knowledge will now be lost forever. He didn't even leave a goodbye note. He just left, never to return. I'm standing at the top of the tower with a goblet in my hand. There is no anger, no sadness in my soul, just doomed emptiness and fatigue. I bring my lips to the wine but taste nothing. We go our separate ways from here, my former friend. I used to adore our friendship, looking for approval in your eyes, but now it has become a burden. It dried out like a shriveled orange peel. I inhale deeply, filling my lungs, and toss the wine from the goblet. Entering the laboratory, I open a secret door and take out the real notes, not the skillfully crafted decoy I put for Kinney. I will finish my life's work and merge the planes, even if there is no longer any point. I can't do otherwise. The storyteller runs a tired hand over his face and tries to smile. I feel exhausted suddenly, like I'm feeling the entire weight of all the years I've lived. But this is not the end of my story. I know there are secrets in my past that we are yet to uncover. Found another page. Yeah, that's all the pages we found. Please examine the items I'm carrying. Oh, we can fix the cloak now. Restore this relic for me. Fix the cloak. Dazzling light erupts from the storyteller's hand. The light pulsates, forcing you to squint in pain, and when it finally fades away, you see a thick cloak in the elf's hands. This relic is truly legendary. It has absorbed power that is too heavy for this world, but I have a feeling that this cloak will suit you well. The bound of possibility. Okay. Do you know what I missed most in the Abyss? My prestidigipainter golem. A thing we've never used. The storyteller sounds surprised. The golem? How surprising. Well, I can help you with that. No living creature other than me can pass through this portal, but a golem isn't alive. Please allow me to try to bring your prestidigipainter here. There you go. That thing we've never used. I have to go. I suspect it's difficult for you to carry out your mission surrounded by enemies. I would like to help. Unfortunately, I will not be able to bring your allies or reinforcements through this portal. Supplies, however. When I return to Golarion, I will buy some travel necessities. If you need anything, just ring this bell and I will deliver them to you. Great, he's a shop. Is that, The art of making friends. Search for the crystal in the Alushinyrra mines. I have no idea how we get to those. Okay. Are they connected to the tower? Well, I was expecting a fight going through that door, so doing the buffs feels a bit pointless now. I guess we'll run over to Vellexia's mansion and then we can make use of the buffs while we've still got them. Or there are just some fights around the upper city that I've got waiting for me to do. Go to the first floor. And then leave. Oh, every time we come back here, we're going to have to go through a bunch of loading screens just to get to the top floor. I hope there's a quick way to get up there. There should have been a teleport... If there was a teleportation thing there, they could have just said, oh, the storyteller has this old coin in his pocket from when he used to work here, or something like that. And then we could instantly teleport to the top of the tower rather than having to climb the stairs every time. Okay. Yeah, let's go over to Vellexia's manor then. We've still got plenty of time on these buffs to do it. How long have I been recording for, actually? Yeah, we've got time to do it. We'll make that the last thing we do. That way at least we're caught up. Portal up. Ta-da. Starting to lag again a bit. I think there's some memory drain that happens. Because it seems like the longer you play for, the worse the performance gets in this area. So
Careful now.
maybe it's just a matter of restarting every now and again. Okay, we're going to save. Again, quick saved. To the Rapture of Rupture. Velexia's demeanour has changed since the last time you saw her. She looks at you with a mixture of boredom and irritation. When she greets you, her friendliness no longer seems genuine, but forced and insincere. Here is our long-awaited guest. The performance is about to begin, and there is so much new talent here today. I wonder if any of them will entertain me. She looks directly at you as she makes this last remark. I'm starting to suspect that you are losing interest in our conversations. Vellexia throws you a withering glance and mutters something under her breath before she answers. In that case, you should act fast before you lose what remains of my interest. Vellexia claps her hands imperiously, and one of the performers begins to sing a heartfelt ballad in a deep, velvety voice. Vellexia looks tired, and her eyes are full of sadness. There's a wistful note in her voice as she asks, Tell me, how did you end up here in the Abyss? You're not one of us. Our ways are foreign to you. Why did you come to our world? Last time I went for the chaotic option, I came here because I wanted to. But I think really the good one's more genuine. We've been trying to be as pleasant to everyone as we go around, haven't we? As pleasant as we can be. Or we could whisper to the hand. Actually, I'm curious to try that. Whisper to the hand of the inheritor. What do you think is going on? The hand's voice is grim. This is the finale. The performance is about to end. As I've already told you, Velexia's temper is volatile, and now you can see the proof of my words. She has grown tired of her new Golarian champion, and will unleash her anger upon you at any moment. If you can surprise her, you might buy yourself some time. Otherwise, you should be prepared for a fight. We are now in this wild creature's lair, and our enemies have us cornered. Okay, well, chaotic didn't surprise her at all. She got annoyed. So let's try good this time. I bring goodness and light to this dark place. A small, tired smile appears on Vellexia's lips. What a heroic self-sacrifice. And so much pathos. You are still so young. The demon interrupts the ballad with an impatient clap of her hands. The singer quails beneath her imperious gaze and hurries away. Another performer steps forward, dressed as a gesture. Oh, okay, that worked. When I did this before and did the chaotic option, she immediately kicked off. And she turned the guy into a chair. Here's another one for you, distinguished guests. How many mortals would it take to paint this manor? Depends on how hard you throw them at the walls. Ha ha ha. You're a riot. That wailing was starting to annoy me. What do we have next? Oh, another fool has decided to entertain me with jokes. Well, as far as I'm aware, laughing at cripples and the misfortunate is popular on Golarion as well. If you ask me, it's a primitive form of entertainment. Still, you mortals seem to enjoy it, even though you try to pretend yourselves different from us creatures of vice and evil. Now that I'm thinking about it, what is the difference between demons and Golarions? Okay. Do we do good again? There is light and mercy in our souls? I think chaotic. I think humans are just as inclined to do all the stuff that these demons are doing in the Abyss. It's just in the Abyss you're basically allowed to do it, whereas on Golarion there's a certain amount of shame that goes about with some of the more evil things that they do, or laws and things like that. But really, a lot of these demons do just seem to act like people, just in a different social environment. There is no difference. We're practically identical. Enough. Okay, so she just doesn't like any of the chaotic options then. You try so hard to talk and act like one of us, but it's just pathetic. You're not even convincing. Oh, look at you. So rebellious and free, so wild-spirited and furious and defiant. You're certainly ridiculous, but that doesn't make you interesting. Yeah, that's the response that she had. So I guess any chaotic option she just doesn't like at this point. Vellexia snaps her fingers in irritation, and magic sparks fly from her fingertips. The performers who were unlucky enough to provide the evening's entertainment begin to scream with pain. Their bodies change shape, density, and colour. In a matter of moments, they have been completely transformed into a set of whimsically decorated furniture. The pieces of furniture creak sadly, as if lamenting their bitter fate. I wonder how long you can get. I wonder if there's a route of dialogue choices through that will... Yeah, I guess I'm curious how that can turn out, but this is how things went last time anyway. Vellexia's face contorts violently. Her beauty disappears, and her features transform into something wild and animalistic. Her jaws expand, revealing her horrible teeth. Guards, kill her! If you can't amuse me in any other way, at least you can entertain me with a fight. Okay, we'll go turn-based for this. Though something tells me it's going to struggle. My guy's too close for comfort. Okay, do Ranger's Bond. And then Sense Vitals. Hey. Nest, why is your armor rating so low? Or is that archer just got really good attack? Maybe that's the case. Okay, Woljif, give us a quickened haste, please. Definitely be useful. And then, yeah, try and kill the Marilith.
Why not both?
Perfect. Slow's annoying. Did it affect everyone? Or anyone? I think it didn't actually. Ness, you could do with a heal, couldn't you? Oh yeah, do your weapon enchantment. You've got blur already. Mirror image could be useful, or do a force punch attack on the Cambion. Oh, killed one, that's good. Reduced all the cold damage. Darren, we need a prayer. Can you make it quickened? And then heal Nest, actually, that would be useful. Everyone else is at full health, aren't they? It's a shout. Okay, Albrig. Death from above this archer. Yeah, last time I did this fight was a real pain. Because I got into a fight outside, which Albrig and Fenris and Arushale died in, so they didn't have any buffs, and I didn't realise that coming in here was going to cause a fight, so I didn't think to pre-buff before coming in. And yeah, I still got through the fight, but it was annoying. It's already going much better. Okay, Ivu. Can you hit this one? No, you can't reach that target. Fine. Go for the Marilith Conqueror. Ember. Try and just instant kill this guard. Didn't work. In that case, do a halt on everyone over here. Arushale, you kill the ranged ones. They're annoying, so they're good to get rid of. Okay, Woljif. Guess we could... No, we don't need to do any more quicken stuff. Go and attack the Marilith. Perfect. Yeah, halting everyone down that end has worked out nicely. Okay, Nest, do another force punch attack. Make it prescient. Great. Yeah, Darren, you just come and try and finish the job. Not successfully, though. Death from above the Alchemist. Oh, perfect. Maybe you can kill a few of them. Oh, I keep forgetting to turn on his shifter claws, because that gives him a bunch of extra attacks. So I really should remember to put that on. Yep. Ivy, you come over. Ember, Phantasma Killer, the Defiler. Perfect. Well done. We like when that works. You still got a quicken. Yeah, use a quickened Hellfire Ray on the marksman. Great. Right, it's just Vellexia left. You've messed up, Vellexia. Messed up big time. Vellexia regains her beautiful appearance. She wipes the blood from her pretty face as she screams desperately. Mercy! In memory of the sweet moments of intimacy that we've shared together, do not kill me! Lift the spell from the unfortunate people you've turned into objects. Free all of them now. And this is the price for my salvation? Well, they are free to go, these tasteless and incompetent idiots. At least in my manor they are of some use, but you can have them if you want. Finian's voice trembles with rage. Were it not for the commander, I would have chopped your head off. Turning living creatures into other things it's the worst crime of all. Yeah, Finian's very sensitive to people being turned into inanimate objects. I'm not going to give her mercy. I didn't do that last time, so we'll carry it. We'll do the same thing. You've lived long enough. And so much of her furniture turns out to be people. I don't know if they come to our camp when they run out. Yeah, the fleeting affair between the Galarian warrior and Vellexia, the de facto leader of Alushinyrra's aristocracy, has come to an end. Some might call it short-lived and tragically brief, but from a statistical point of view, it was an extremely rare and happy relationship. After all, the mortal managed to remain physically and mentally intact, and to leave without being turned into a wardrobe or a notebook. So the only mine I can think of is the one that's our nexus, is our base. Is that what it means when it tells us to go to the Alushinyrran mines? So, come on. We were able to pick these up last time. There you go. The fact that they're on this balcony is irritating. You can't get their stuff easily. Come on, come on. Come on. Can Ulbrig get them? It's probably not even worth it. Why am I worried about it? I guess I could just use the teleport, couldn't I? Perfect. There's no other stuff up here, is there? No. Okay, teleport back down. Right, let's dip. Let's get out of here. Right. So I caught up with everything I did when I... well, most of the things I did there. Like I said, there are a couple of just random fights around. Oh, we've got a few minutes. Let's just go do those. They weren't very long anyway. Well, actually, one of them was. One of them had a ton of people in it, but we can end with doing those. Oh, I forgot about this one too. Okay. True Sight hasn't run out, has it? Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah, so these assassins want to get us. This is for demons! Bunch of invisible rocks, which is slightly annoying, but manageable. You know, I never think to use my Azata's songs. If the enemy failed the saving throw the first time they're distracted. Let's try Field of Flowers. I've no idea if that's any good or not, but
Your death awaits.
Why not? Yeah, we ran out of prayer. So Darren, you do it. And then do, yeah, just a Hellfire Ray on the Mythic Rock Assassin. Oh, there's one right next to you, I should have noticed. Yeah, Alushinyrra, Arushale, you attack it.
Your struggles end.
Perfect. Amazing, well done. Lagginess is getting to me. Ulbrig, you, death from above over here. Come on, oh, again, he would have killed one if I'd remembered to put the frigging claws on. Well done, Ivu. Oh yeah, these guys were just spamming mirror image and it became quite annoying. Okay, haste would be good. Let's make it quickened. So we can do the attack as well. Perfect. Yeah, keep trying your stunning screech. They won't work. Okay, Ember. Try an instant kill on the one with full health. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We love it when that works out. And there's no point doing command hold. We've basically nearly killed them. Do Hellfire Ray. I don't know why the music cuts out so weirdly as well. We do Arcane Attack. Try a Vampiric Touch Attack. And Darren. You're just trying to attack this one. Great. Ruchelet, finish off. Maybe finish off all of them if you're lucky.
Disappear.
Brilliant. That went better than last time for sure. Yeah, we're also going to pick a fight with these guys.
You're such a pain. Let's take her skin.
Force punch attack. Darren, can you finish this off? Perfect. Oh yeah, they spam dominate, don't they? I think we should be okay though. Oh, please tell me Woljif survived that. Yeah, it's getting laggy again. I guess the things I did to try and fix it didn't work perfectly. Okay, Ruchelet.
Make your peace.
Take out the invisible ones if you can. Oh, great. You got two. We like that. That's good work. Ember. You can't instant kill the vampires or them. You could instant kill the conspirator though. Give it a try. Sucker. You got taken out immediately. Then do a halt.
Am I doing it wrong?
Oh, they can't. Hold doesn't work on them. Very well. Hellfire Ray. This one. Right, Albrig. Claw attack only. Attack the citizen. Great. So many, yeah, so many more attacks when you remember to do that. No, see that's the problem with it lagging, is you tell it to do something and then you instinctively press the spacebar thinking that you've finished your turn. Yeah.
Out my sight.
Come on. You know what, just turn off turn-based mode. Really, the game runs better when you're not in turn-based mode, but it's a bit... Some fights are just
My tail is twitching.
way more
Must be a
difficult to
sign.
do that way. Okay. Then we'll end it with this fight over here. How much longer have we got haste? 33 seconds. Okay, do it before... Give us more before the fight.
Oh, skip the pleasantries.
Same with prayer. And sense vitals. Definitely can't hurt to have all them ready beforehand. If your master failed to beat you into submission, we will, mortal thrall. Yeah, this is a big gang. Generally not threatening, except for this invisible... The arrogant aristocrat over here, who's a kineticist and does tons of damage. So, prioritize taking out him, please. He was the one that killed our party members and left me without buffs before I went in to do Vellexia's palace. So, 100% focus this guy. So he's not a problem anymore. Well done, Ulbrich. Woljif, do you not have haste? No, he does have haste. Okay, go for the Incubus Butcher then.
Distract them from me.
Wow, you're missing a lot. Oh, they are really piling on Nest. Nest, why is your AC so terrible? Oh, that's what it means. There's an ability about the Hand of the Inheritor showing up to help if you're... The battle is not over yet. Rise, champion, and head into battle with renewed fervor. I'll fight beside you, shoulder to shoulder. I'm almost sad we needed to use that. We've still got our buffs though, right? Oh, this is being a pain to keep track of. Nest, why are you taking so much heat? You've got the best AC in our party. At least I think you have. So mirror image yourself, and then attack. Perfect. What I'll do is I'll go till Ember's turn, have her do a halt, and then hopefully just turn it off turn-based, because we should be able to handle it quite easily if they're all frozen in place. Darren, heal Nest, please. Oh, why does it do this sometimes? I told you to heal Nest. Why are you just not moving? Such a pain. Okay, Fenris, go for the Colour Warmonger. Great, you knocked him over. Perfect. Ivu, go for this one. Oh, amazing. Good turn, Ivu. Okay, Ember. This is your time to shine. See if you can instant kill this guy over here. Perfect. And then we want to do Greater Halt. Freeze them all. And now we can just come off turn-based. They can't move. They cannot do anything to defend themselves. We fought bravely, but now it's time for me to hide from the beast's eyes again. At least it's fun to see that happen one time. Okay, I'm gonna wind things down there. I guess while I talk, I'll just go up and get the chest that I saw up there. Yeah, thank you for watching. I'm going to be posting stuff into this series daily, so subscribe if you want to follow the series. And feel free to leave a like or a comment if you're feeling generous. I'd really very much appreciate it. And yeah, I think for now I'm just going to keep doing just this series, but when I finish this game, I might go into a kind of alternating... Oh yeah, I remember getting these glasses. I think I gave them immediately to Woljif, didn't I? Or are they there? Yeah, so I think when I finish this game, I'm going to do a more alternating kind of thing. So one day of the... I'll have 2 games going at the same time, and I'll alternate which ones I do, but I'm still thinking about what games I would like to do. I'm thinking about either doing one that I've not played before, like a first-time playthrough of a game, or maybe that could be what I alternate. I could have one new game going and then one game I'm more familiar with. But I'd really like to play Persona 3, because I know they've had that recent remake. Oh, damn. Oh, okay, I'll sort this out off camera. But yeah, so I'm thinking Persona 3 or Outer Wilds are 2 games I've not played before that I would really like to. I've also thought about doing Fallout New Vegas, which is one I've played a little bit but never completed. And Pillars of Eternity I'd like to do, which is a game I've played quite a bit of but never finished. So it would be kind of similar to this series. But anyway, yeah, I've got to get Darren off this roof. But anyway, yeah, thanks again for watching. See ya.